Alex Olsen 5th, Bruce Winfield 6th, Jack Blake finished 7th ahead of Sam Coventry, Andy Reid and George Martindale. Fastest lap to Adam the Stinger Shelton. Small consolation, I suppose. Fraser Rogers leads the Nitro newcomers from Wayne Ryan, Alex Olsen, Bruce Winfield, Sam Coventry, Andy Reid, George Martindale, Louis Foster, Ben Gautry and Scott Mead. But there, the winner Fraser Rogers with Wayne Ryan and Josh Harland, and we'll get a chance to chat to them after the break.
Yeah, it was alright. Didn't feel very windy when we were on the track, but it's windy when we're off.
Now, just explain to everyone what happened, because you've had a bit of a coming together with, it looks like something hard. What did you do to your face?
I fell off my BMX and broke my nose and had 5 stitches.
But it hasn't affected you here?
No, only at Donington.
Okay, talking about Donington, how was it? How did you find it? Because obviously that was last week.
That was good as well. Well, without my mechanic Scott, I wouldn't be very far, because I'd just like to thank him because he's made my bike quick. So I enjoyed the race as well, but it was good fun.
And you come back down to earth here, coming back onto the Aprilia 125 circuit and Thundersport GB. When you're out there, what kind of goes through your mind when you're chasing someone like Fraser?
Well, you just want to beat the guy in front of you. You don't want that back place. You want to get on that podium. And you want to be on that #1 spot and just try and do your best.
All right, well, guys, thank you very much. Well done, and we'll see you later, hopefully.
Ella finishing 3rd ahead of Andrew Hooper. Alistair Kirk a good 5th. Then Nick Green in 6th. Paul Smith in 7th. Oliver Riley 8th. Maria Costello 9th. And Kenny Pride rounding out that top 10. Rob Oils the win in the fastest lap. Is he pleased? Is he ever? Alongside him on the podium then, Ashley Midwood and Billy Mellor.
First and second place in the Thundersport 600, Rob Hoyles and Ashley Midwood. We'll start with you, Ashley. Gary May slipped off at Sear. Did you see any of the crash at all?
Yeah, we had a glimpse behind him, so I was there. And then, obviously, coming out of the corner, tried to get the power down. And all I saw was him coming out of the seat and then obviously laid on the floor. And I just got my head down and tried to catch Rob, but rode well, didn't you? Rode well.
I mean, obviously, you're 3rd in the championship behind Rob, but it's some more points for you. You're absent from us at Brands, but you must be very happy with that.
Yeah, very happy. First good race, beat Gary, very happy.
Well done, Ashley. Rob, first win. You said you wanted it, and you've done it.
Yeah, I said to the circuit commentary that I haven't won a race since July 2006, which is quite a long time. That was my first year of racing, so I was a novice bib on, you know, so I've not actually won a proper, fully fledged race, if you like, so I'm chuffed to have done that now. And I'm pleased that this weekend I'm matching Gary's pace, because as a confidence boost for me it's massive. I've matched his pace all weekend and come away with a win, which is, you know, great. I've also pulled back another 25 points on him now, so he's got a bit of a lead in the championship, but it's not over yet. It's definitely not over yet.
Okay, we've got Gary May with us now. Gary, do you want to tell us a bit about what happened there?
Just made some adjustments to suspension, just to get a bit more weight on the back, been suffering grip. Just went in there quite hot. Wanted to get the power on early coming onto the back straight, and just back end started to go. It was gone for ages, and I thought, well, this is going to come back. It's going to come back all low side me. I was hoping if I was going to come off it was going to spin me around on my back, but it just went and gripped and just fired me straight up in the air.
And how's the bike?
Possibly done a radiator, handlebar, brakes, footrest, fairing, but apart from that, it'll be alright.
That's Ed Rendell and the win from Adam Dudley. John Lee a very good 3rd. Sam Bowman 4th. Ross Ashman 5th. Jamie Edwards, Adam Robinson, Adam Boyle, Jason Dobson and Nick Gledhill. That's the top 10. And there on the podium, a very happy Ed Rendell with Adam Dudley and John Lee.
Right, the GP3 podium, you've just seen it. Congratulations to John Lee. It's your first event with this club, and look at you storming onto the podium.
Yeah, I just got to thank everybody who's helped me. There's a lot of people to give me a few bit of money, and that's all been a great help. I couldn't be here without Mum and Dad. They helped me right from the word go, and I've got a stand bike, and I was losing out on big on top end, so I just had to ride hard on the corners and finish where I could.
Second position in the GP3 class, Fireplace Warehouse Honda rider Adam Dudley, the Canary. You held your own for most of that race. How did it feel?
Yeah, comfortable second behind Ed. It was going well. Just had gearbox problems halfway through the race, kept jumping in and out of gear. As we pulled, I just said settle for second then, get some good points on the board. Lately I've been crashing too much, so get some points and try and win the next race.
Well, Ed, we caught up with you before the race, and what a great race it was. Just talk us through some of that.
Yeah.
Just a repeat of yesterday, you know, getting out in front. I got a bad start, and but I just clawed my way up.
Back to Snetterton in Norfolk, famous, of course, for its broads. And we catch up with highlights of one of the earlier Junior Powerbike and Street Fighter races.
Yeah, and it was Ian Cooper on pole position in the Junior Powerbike class. Alongside him, Steve Joy. And then Alex Heaton and Clinton Ditanowski on the Ducati on the outside of the front row of the grid. But it was Clinton Ditanowski that really got the whole shot and got away from the pack early on. Of course, the mixture of the Junior Powerbikes and Street Fighters, the 400cc four-cylinder machines, the 650 twin cylinders in the Junior Powerbikes, and the big Street Fighters, and also Street Fighter B. But pole position man Ian Cooper went down like a sack of spuds at the end of the first lap and caused the race to be red flagged. Ian, suffering from a broken collarbone, did get run over, but thankfully up and relatively okay. So it was a restarted race, and it was Steve Joy on the big 990cc KTM that got into Richie's first. But by the time they got through to the S's, Clinton Ditanowski on the number 36 orange Ducati out in front, being chased by Tony Coombs.
Yeah, oh, well, yes, being chased, but they were chucking themselves at the scenery all the way through. This rider's up and okay. Yeah, very good this weekend for Clinton Ditanowski, the young South African rider coming over here this season to learn the circuits. And Snetterton, he really has taken to this. Talk about duck to water. Also good to see not just a return to the circuit, but a return to form from young Tony Coombs as well. One of the bravest young riders out there. Had a big old off at Brands Hatch, but great to see him on board here at Snet.
Yeah, and of course, as ever, the action in the Street Fighter B class was superb. The naked Street Fighter class, the 600cc Honda Hornet, really ruling the roost in that class. And once again, it was Sam Reed and John Hardwick that were battling it out for the honours in Street Fighter B. But Tony Coombs up into second place in the race. But they were having a lot of problems with Steve Joy's KTM. Steve Joy, obviously, it doesn't go around corners as well as the Junior Powerbikes, but down that straight it was mighty fast.
Yeah, he's right on it this weekend, is Steve Joy. Good to see too that battle in Street Fighter B. Sam Reed is just coming up for his 21st birthday. John Hardwick, I think, is 54-year-old grandfather, and they are battling it out head to head, and they always race in such good humour as well.
Indeed, and also Alex Heaton, we've seen him pressure Tony Coombs earlier on in the season, and he got up into second place. Tony nearly losing it coming out of the Russell chicane. I think there was 3 points for a dab there.
Yeah, he was just checking the camera position. Tony, well, he's head down and continuing, but look at Steve Joy there. One of the great, not to misuse his name, but one of the great joys about this series, Ian, is this wonderful mixture of machinery. It's great for spectators this year, isn't it?
Definitely, and it was Steve Hodgson that was putting Steve Joy under pressure. And also Bernie Price on the 750 Suzuki doing a superb job at Snetterton, but John Hardwick still sticking it to Sam Reed.
Yep. Well, the end of the race, checkered flag, and the win, very good win indeed to Clinton Ditanowski from Alex Heaton and Tony Coombs.
And it was Steve Joy on the number 71 machine that took the honours in Street Fighter A ahead of Steve Hodgson and Bernie Price.
And there we see the end of a great battle for Street Fighter B. Sam Reed just taking the win from John Hardwick. Clinton Ditanowski then. The winner from Alex Heaton, Tony Coombs. Paul Turner was 4th, Steve Joy 5th, Steve Hodgson 6th, Bernie Price 7th, Sam Reed, John Hardwick, and Paul Martin rounding out the top 10. And there we see Tony Coombs 3rd place, Alex Heaton 2nd, and the winner from South Africa, Clinton Ditanowski. Great win for him now, Street Fighter A. Happy winner. 4th, Steve Joy. Then Scott Kelly in 5th, ahead of Tony Keelty. Paul Curran was 7th, Craig Morley 8th, Marty Lennon 9th, and Greg Lewis rounding out the top 10. Denver Robb, the fastest lap of the race, in 2nd. So Steve Mercer